This is part 2 of analysis of the Teal Swan documentary. I'm going to get to this comment in a second about her needing therapy, but first, I just want to say that a lot of people on the internet have been saying in response to the madness of this documentary that they knew all along, they had a gut feeling, they knew that something was off. Not me, babes. I was shown her YouTube videos back in 2015 and I was into it. It's part of why I'm so passionate about this topic is because of how much I've fallen for BS like this in the past during vulnerable moments. She's built her whole empire off of knowing just what to say to get people when they're in this type of state and manipulate them and just snap them up. Before I go on, follow to join the It's Become a Whole Thing called We Worship Reality TV and having the comfiest possible couch setup. In response to this comment about her needing therapy, I thought a very telling moment in the documentary was when her loyal companion of 18 years, Blake, betrayed her in her words by marrying sweet Juliana from Germany, which in this Facebook post from 2020 she was very happy about at the time. And even though their relationship wasn't a romantic one and hadn't been for well over a decade, she still made Blake choose between Perp and Juliana, and he ultimately chose his wife Juliana. In response to this perceived betrayal, she said that countless therapists had told her that Blake was someone to trust and that no matter what, he would never leave her side. What qualified therapist would tell you that someone will never leave your side no matter what? Either she's lying or she's seeing someone who's unlicensed or just a string of really bad therapists. Back to this supposed betrayal. At one point, Teal is seen talking to Juliana and saying, "What would it possibly take to drive you out of this community and go back to Germany?" And Juliana, looking quite intimidated, says, by being completely alone and feeling isolated from everyone. And then in front of her whole inner circle, she asks Juliana what her problem is with Teal Swan, and she says nothing, which is unacceptable. So she gets each member of her inner circle to go around the room and tell her what they sense her issue is with Teal Swan. They all say some version of them sensing that Juliana is jealous of Teal and that Teal is power hungry and uses her sexuality to manipulate people, which all sounds like their secret projections of their own doubts about Teal, but that's another story. To entertain Teal's claims that all this is careful editing and that Juliana was being jealous and hateful, what if that was the truth? Is the way to deal with your issue with another adult to talk to them one-on-one or get a room of people to surround them and one by one gang up on them and tell them what their issue is with you? On his way out the door, Blake writes a Facebook post to the Teal Swan Facebook page thanking all the supporters for his time, and everyone responds by wishing him a happy life with his new wife. In response to these well wishes, Teal says, direct quote, "If people knew the truth of what she had done, they would actually be wishing her unalived." Let me know if you'd like more parts of this madness. I could talk about this forever.